back to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing an interiors video and I thought it was time for me to introduce you guys officially to Vanriel Home. I have an Instagram page dedicated to my home and the journey, and if you scroll all the way down you'll see what this flat looks like when I first bought it 5.5 years ago. I also have an interiors brand, and on my website I sell cushions like these along with matching throws and good old candles like these. So I've been doing a lot of interior videos for the past 5 to 6 years on and off. You guys have seen all the transformations of each room in my apartment, down to the DIYs, the wall paneling, the changing of lights, the spraying of mirrors and painting furniture, or restyling things, or completely giving a whole revamp to my living room, to my bathroom, to my kitchen, to my bedroom. I have done so many different tours of this apartment, even down to the balcony transformation. If you're anything like me, around this time of year, leaving winter, going into spring, I start to get a little bit fidgety and I like to switch things up, and voila, you have a fresh and exciting and inspiring new space. The first thing in the living room that I wanted to just give a little zhuzh to was the sofa. Now, many of you are aware that a couple of months back I actually did reupholster this sofa on a budget and super quick and affordable, so I'll link that video down below for you to see the whole process. But because it's nice and neutral, I thought it would be nice to add some contrast, add a nice rug slash throw. It's kind of an in-between. It looks like a bit of an animal print, but it's not real. I love the nature that it brings into the room. It also brings some nice contrast and some warmth. I like to throw my throws on the corners. That sounds so funny, but I do. I just like that, especially with the sofa being sort of a blank monochromatic color. And of course I decided to fold up a practical throw just to throw on the side onto the armrest. This is a throw that I literally use every single day when it comes to watching Netflix, watching YouTube videos. I snuggle on the sofa with this throw, and it's extremely inexpensive. Everything will actually be linked down below, and if I don't find the exact pieces, you guys, I will definitely find some really good dupes and alternatives. I also decided to include one of my cushions that I made from my Vanriel Home range, and I just think it ties all the nice colors and neutral tones together, but also adding a little bit of glam. You guys know I like a little bit of glam. Gone are the days of my super glam interiors. I have definitely toned it down, but I still like a little bit of glam. For many people, the hardest and trickiest area to start in a living room is always the coffee table. I have seen some interesting coffee tables in my time. I've seen people leave them completely blank, but for me, because this is a centerpiece in the room, I need to accessorize it well. And I've gone through phases where I've had it super simple, a couple of candles, an ornament or two, and that's it. Then there are times where I go all out, and for this season I decided it was time to go all out. I like to layer books, I like to mix things up. As you can see, I wasn't really sure on what I wanted to do. I just kind of play around with heights, play around with layering, colors, textures. I like to add some ornaments or maybe a tray, and definitely a good Vanriel Coke candle in the mix, or a diffuser. Anything that I'm feeling, I will mix it up. For me, there are no rules, so I've included all of my favorite coffee table books that have some color and some vibrance and just bring in some detail. I recently picked up this black skin book, which just looks awesome. Something that I'm really trying to do more often is start to incorporate some more black owned or black focused art and books and things, and I didn't want to do too much yet because that's something I intend to do in my new house in the future. I want my new house to just feel like a gallery, feel like a cultural bomb has gone off in there. For me, there are no rules when it comes to styling my coffee tables. I just like to go with the flow, and I can always change it up. For example, what I've done today, you guys may go on Instagram in a week and see it look completely different. As you can see behind me, I have a couple of tables going on, all different heights and levels. As I've got white walls, I like to have tables that aren't too chunky, that don't don't take up too much wall, but they still give off something. For example, the console table behind me is an old find from Dunelm that was actually chrome silver back in my chrome silver and crushed velvet days. We've all been there at some point. But I actually sprayed it like a nice dull, like brassy gold. It's actually wearing off, but I quite like it because it looks quite rustic and it doesn't look perfect. Similarly to my mirror that I sprayed, which was, I think, was it a Dunelm find or somewhere really affordable, and I sprayed that as well, but I like how rusty it looks. Anyway, I digress. My side table, which has my gorgeous black vase from H&M Home and my nice branches sprouting out of it. You ever look at something that you've done and you just think, that is so good of you, like that just came out perfect, so effortless. I just decided to add a couple more books to heighten the vase, but also incorporate some color and some like just design going on. So I incorporated the Kelly Hoppin book. I also took my Tom Ford candle, which is my beloved candle that I have not burnt, which I plan to burn in my new house. It's been in this living room for a good 4 years, and I decided this is something I'm gonna save just as a mark of new beginnings. Moving on to my console table area. Now, it's already quite a busy area because I've got this gorgeous art from Desenio, these 3 pieces that all tie in really nicely together. I decided to remove the tall vase and the dried plants, make it a bit cleaner, and also, of course, add a nice pop of color. So this vase I found randomly online and there were no more. So I'm going to try and find some similar pieces for you guys, along with the candlestick. Of course, you know, I had to have a nice vase with roses. I like to have fresh flowers, and I love, again, layering all the books. I used to be really sterile when it came to placing pieces around. Everything had to be so symmetrical and matchy. So when it came to the console, I just wanted to play with different heights, different dimensions. I'm probably going to move things around again, but it was worth a try, and for now I'm happy with it, but we'll see what happens in a couple of days. Moving on to the window area of the living room. I am blessed to have a lovely view from my window. So I just have my gorgeous rattan accent chair, which is just really cute. It adds some contrast to the room, and I'll link some similar pieces down below. So I sometimes put my Vogue books on the chair, but today I decided to go for one of my Vanriel mini cushions and place that there so it ties in with the one on the sofa. A little bit matchy, I know, but I like how it looks. Something else I really like to do is display some Vogue magazines. Now, they don't have to be Vogue, but they are Vogue, because Vogue do amazing covers that I love to tie into my interiors. I think they just sort of provoke inspiration for me, but it's also nice to have something that signifies like a reading area. Curtains. Curtains, curtains, curtains. You can't go wrong with a good pair of IKEA curtains, simply because they're inexpensive, and if you want to, you can switch them out, and they have really good options. So I actually went back to IKEA on the weekend and decided it was time to update the curtains I had. The fabric started to irk me. I had to keep steaming or ironing them, and I just didn't want to have to do that. I think a fresh pair of curtains to a room just automatically gives it like a refreshing facelift. So that's what I did, and I like that they're quite simple, they're quite sheer, but also have this linen effect going on to just add some texture to the room. I also decided to double up on the curtains this time, one because they are sheer, but also to just add that really ruched layered effect at the top on the curtain pole. I am obsessed with like pleats and layers and just curtains looking fuller. So let me know if you enjoyed this Vanriel home styling video. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope this has inspired some of you guys as well, just to zhuzh up a space and inspire yourself. If you're a creative like me, or you work from home, this stuff is so important. It's not just interiors and looking nice. It actually affects your mental, your emotions, your creativity, and your output when it comes to your work. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments what you liked. I will of course link everything in the description that I can find, or I'll find some dupes for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you are new here. There is a huge mixture of videos on this channel, from vlogs to interior videos to property tours to sit down chats regarding different topics like luxury and living alone. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.